Hey guys, what is up, and welcome to the Mitch Topsy Show. I believe this is episode 3. If not, welcome aboard. Really appreciate you. I got a special one today. I'm here with my Raw Watch Along co-host Pyro from the SSAWN network. Hey, I finally got it right.
Ah,
Uh, we're doing something a little bit special. You guys see by the title and thumbnail, we're ranking the top 10 John Cena matches of all time. Shout out to Wrestle Talk and Santi Zap because they did that and they inspired me to do this. So shout out to them. How you doing, Pyro?
yeah, I'm doing good, man. Just came back from a 2.5 hour drive back home from break. So, not break, but for the holidays. And now I'm back home and I'm ready to rock and roll with more shows to do.
All right, let's just get this started. So we're gonna go from 10 all the way down to 1. I'm gonna let you go first. Who is your number 10 on John Cena's top 10 matches of all time?
Well, number 10, they did start a action figure series with this one, but it's still not talked about enough. I want to go back to when John Cena and Eddie Guerrero fought it out in a parking lot brawl back in 2003. John Cena has credited Eddie Guerrero for a lot of his characteristics and a lot of storytelling in the ring, and I think one of those things is the parking lot brawl is just another level of great storytelling, of being aware of everything around you in the moment. And there were so many fun moments from that one brawl.
hmm I was actually thinking about that, but that did not crack my list. That did not crack my list at all.
Mm.
Number 10 is actually Brock Lesnar Extreme Rules 2012. And the
Ooh.
reason I'm including this is because A, this was where Suplex City was born. This is where Suplex City became a meme. Everyone was saying it. And John Cena was the perfect person for Brock Lesnar to destroy. And
Mhm.
honestly, Brock Lesnar should have won that match. He should have won, but no, John Cena won, and he had to go away for a little bit with his arm injury. So, not a
Yeah.
10. So, for 9, we're going to do Snake. So, for 9, it will be me. 9, you get it? So,
Oh, so
10.
it's kind of like if we did like a fantasy draft where it's like, okay,
Yep.
yeah, that's cool, that's cool.
Number 9 for me, Survivor Series, Team Authority versus Team Cena 2014. Now,
Yeah.
this match is just like so good on so many levels. The fact that Cena picked his own team, it developed so many stars in this match that you wouldn't have acknowledged. Like Dolph Ziggler, for example. Like if it wasn't for Cena picking Dolph Ziggler in this match, I
Hmm.
don't know if we would have had Dolph Ziggler the same pedestal where we have him today.
What about
So,
Eric Rowan? Even Eric Rowan had a big stardom from that match alone.
hmm yeah, so that's why I picked Survivor Series Team Authority versus Team Cena. Who do
Wow.
you have for 9?
Well, speaking of elevating, I know they've already had a history. I know this guy was already elevated, but this match right here is talked about one of the greatest matches of all time for both men. I'm going to go with John Cena versus CM Punk in Raw 2013. When they
Oh,
had that number one contenders match for WrestleMania 29, and CM Punk did the pile driver, and that match put on Raw probably should have been a pay per view match, but ended up being one of the greatest Raw matches of all time.
I definitely agree with that. That was a very good one. That one did not make my list as well. So number 8, because this one match goes back to the Thunderdome pandemic era, and
Mm.
that is the Firefly Funhouse WrestleMania 36, John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. And the reason I'm picking this is because it was in a downtime. Everyone was distraught. Everyone didn't know what they were going to do, and John Cena and Bray Wyatt, the creative geniuses of both, put on a hell of a match. I still watch this match till this day.
Oh yeah,
So that is 8
you'd have
for.
to. Even Cena gives so much credit for Bray for that one, but my number 8 actually goes on to the Ruthless Aggression era. John Cena versus Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 23, and this match here just had so many. And you can say you can probably say the tag match when they won the titles versus Edge and Randy was probably better, but when you watch this one-on-one matchup, one of a kind, one of those matches you're never going to see again. So many technical bouts in this one. So many times where they had just a lot of creative moments, a lot of storytelling moments for Shawn and Cena, and I think this is the match, along with the one I have later on, that really taught Cena more about match psychology and timing for matches.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're gonna go with your 7, and then we'll go to mine.
My number 7 is going to be a SummerSlam matchup here, as John Cena is one of the main SummerSlam guys you'd think about, but this one in particular is 2013 John Cena versus Daniel Bryan, where the Yes Movement began. And this match
Dude,
here,
that is mine too. My 7.
really,
Yes.
we tied again, and you don't know what that means. We have a pick'em thing we do. Wow, that it's the perfect match for if you want to see. It's like Shawn and Cena, but it's like if you want to see the underdog technician versus the bodybuilding, you know, the bodybuilding. I don't even know like what he is. A brawler or not brawler. He's a grappler pretty much. John Cena's a grappler. Daniel Bryan is a technician. You have those two going on for the WWE Championship. Both guys who have still to prove at that point in their careers. I know Cena had his, he was already doing his thing, but there was so much still to prove for Cena for the fans, and those two killed it. Even if you don't add Randy Orton being involved into that type of matchup, even if you just talk about Cena versus Daniel Bryan alone, that match you can go back and it reminded me of Ricky Steamboat versus Macho Man.
Mm-hmm.
Those two matches, timing was great, execution was great, creativity was amazing, and fan interaction without actually interacting with the crowd was definitely there that night.
So the reason I put this at 7 is because John Cena handpicked Daniel Bryan. He tried to get Daniel Bryan over to try to get him the guy to win the Yes movement, and this definitely helped Bryan Danielson or Daniel Bryan, whatever you want to call him, elevate in the card.
Yeah.
So, and then number 6, I had to include this guy because someone would kick my ass if I did not include him. Uh, Number 6, AJ Styles Royal Rumble 2016. This
Oh,
match was just a thing of beauty. And the best thing about this, because the match before did not end clean, this one ended clean.
yeah.
This match, no interruptions, no shenanigans and all that stuff. This match is number 6 for me. Who's your 6?
Funny you should say that, Mitch, because
Oh,
as
no,
much
not
as
again.
almost, I do have AJ versus Cena, but this one is in SummerSlam 2016, and only because this is besides his match with Roman, this is AJ Styles' welcome to the WWE moment, and you can't have a better welcome to the WWE moment without going against a guy like John Cena, and this is where AJ Styles really turned himself to the face that runs the place.
Yeah.
Hashtag beat up John Cena. This is where you saw more of the comedian heel side of AJ Styles that John Cena brought out in him. And that's
Mhm.
what's really good about Cena in that later stage in his career is you can look at Daniel Bryan, you can look at AJ Styles, you can look at Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns. A lot of those guys will credit John Cena for bringing out a lot of themselves, not just outside of the ring, inside that very ring to turn into something long term. And even Bray Wyatt, before he passed, has credited Cena for a lot of stuff. And so it's funny that you do have AJ there because I do as well. But it is that Royal Rumble match though. That was
Yeah,
a thing of beauty.
it's like 1A, 1B. Like
Yeah,
I'm not mad at you for picking that one, and I know you're not mad at me for picking this one. So
exactly.
either way, you can't be wrong. So what is your 5?
My 5 is the one that was mentioned earlier with Shawn, but it's with Shawn's buddy Triple H a year prior at WrestleMania 22. I grew up where this is one of the first matches I have ever watched and studied from the entrances all the
Mhm.
way to the very beginning. I was probably in second grade when I watched the tape on this one. And excuse me, WrestleMania 22 was one of those shows where it was a hit or it was going to be a miss. These two definitely hit in the main event. You have Triple H, who was challenging Cena both in the character, but also genuinely in real life was wanting to challenge John Cena. I think even like regardless of what the crowd was saying that night, regardless of all the bias boos going on, John Cena actually really handled Triple H very well in that match. Everything was hit correctly as it should. Everything was coordinated with each step. And I think John Cena, this was John Cena's welcome into the main event when he faced Triple H.
So, believe it or not, that match is not on my list, but
Mm,
that's my favorite WrestleMania of all time because that was the first one I actually purchased. That was the first one I've actually got to see live. So
wow.
for me, that has a special place in my heart, but that match did not crack my 10. Number 5, I don't know. You might like this match, but this guy is my favorite wrestler, like pure wrestling technique, and that is Cesaro in the Raw Open Challenge in
Ooh.
July 6th. I'm telling you, this is where we got to see Cesaro showcase of what he could do. Like, not a lot of people know that he's this strong, this good a technique of a wrestler, so on and so forth. So for me, number 5, Cesaro, the Open Challenge, July 6th.
I can't
Who's
I can't disagree with that. It's not on my list, but I can't disagree with that. Cesaro, man,
yeah,
what a waste of talent. I mean, that was just a great match there.
and I
Um,
can't watch him now because he's in AEW.
yeah,
Like, damn. But for me, for not
he's doing
my
good though.
number 4, for my number 4, it's ECW One Night Stand against RVD. Now,
Wow.
if this is not in your top 10, I don't know why, but for me, this is just like the atmosphere where it was at. The fans throwing the shirts back 3 times. Cena wins, we riot, and the fans were effing Cena, throwing all this stuff at him. I'm telling you, this was so energetic. I still watch that match to this day, and Edge coming in at the very end and spearing Cena through the table and throwing in that storyline,
Yeah.
thing of beauty. What's your
So,
4?
ironically enough, I actually at one point did have that match in my top 10, but I had to replace it with this one. This is one of the matches that this is actually a match that happened this year during the same timeline. Edge
Okay.
versus Cena, TLC, live
Oh,
in Toronto.
yeah.
That match was with everything on the line. John Cena potentially winning the WWE Championship and potentially staying on Raw versus Edge, his streak of winning every TLC match he has ever been part of. Those two on the
Mhm.
line, and the match itself, adding Lita to that was amazing.
Yeah.
Each spot they did was one. You just thought that it was going to end there, and then just Cena taking Edge over the shoulders at the very top, almost the very top of the ladder, and right through all those tables to finally capture back what was stolen from him and what was graffitied on his championship. The emotion at that moment you can see in Cena's face. The emotion
Mhm.
you can see in Toronto when they were chanting Cena's name and was not chanting Edge's name. That is a moment. That match brings so much to the table with moments and with emotion.
I honestly, that match is something that I can always get behind, and the fact that that did not crack my top 10 as well, it's kind of like, damn, man, damn.
Yeah.
All right, so what's your 3? And then we'll go to my 3.
Everybody's going to disagree with me on this one because it's going to be higher on everybody else's list.
Let's hear it.
It's got to be Cena versus Punk at Money in the Bank 2011.
Okay,
That's
okay.
my
It
top
is on
three.
my list. It is on my list. So
But everybody's going to say one, and there's a reason for it. CM Punk getting right into the main event stature in his career. He stumbled between main event status, but on the B show, this is his way of being number one main event. And Cena brought him to it. And Cena also, and there were some botches, let's say that. It was not a perfect match, and that's probably why it's on 3 for me. it was not a perfect match, but it was still a what they did technically, like technical wrestling wise, what they did creatively, they were not afraid to try new things. That is what fans were really wanting at that time, and it gives the same feel as the RVD match.
Hmm. So for me, that is higher on my list. I'm just gonna say that. Number three, if this is not on your list, dude, uh, HBK Monday Night Raw, the Iron Man match, where the match took literally an hour.
I
This
forgot.
this match, dude, was just pure technique, just wrestling in and out, no false finishes. None of this, just showing the world what John Cena can do. And we already know what Shawn Michaels can do. Shawn Michaels is the greatest wrestler of all time.
Yeah.
So, perfect. And for my number two, it actually happened this year during his retirement tour. AJ Styles Crown Jewel 2025. This
Mm,
had to crack my top 10 because
wow.
how it got started, right? Cena tweeted it out using Twitter. AJ Styles responded. It created all this chaos. Triple H did not have a choice.
Yep.
Triple H had to put that on his retirement tour. And this is the only match that I think that Cena actually wanted during his retirement tour. That he's like, look, this is the guy I want. This is the guy that we all need. And the match was just pure cinema. Like you had all these finishers paying homages to all of them. And it's kind of like semi-retirement match for AJ Styles as well. Because AJ Styles is retiring in 2026.
Yeah.
So it's just like
Hmm.
it's a thing of beauty. So what is your number two?
Wow. I mean, you're completely right on that one.
Yeah.
And Triple H owed it to him for sure. But a match that was owed to us that was absolutely delivered. Not this year. Don't get excited. Not
Right.
this year. But it was Randy Orton and Cena in that Iron Man match.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Orton literally tried to kill Cena with the pyro. He was destroying Cena. He was he was making so many moves that was just, I mean, it's just destroying, literally destroying his body, destroying his mental, and that's what Randy Orton was great at the time. He was turning into the Viper at that moment, and Cena able to get back into the match and find a way to get the most points to win that matchup. And I it's cinema. It really is just how Cena can really manipulate your mind to understand what the human body can take and what not giving up can turn that mentality into. And then
Mm-hmm.
also vice versa of Randy Orton being like, oh, okay, I can't mess with this guy's mind as much, but I can do it to other people. All right.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. It's a quagmire. But anyways, what is your number one? Then we'll go with my number one.
You're not gonna believe this one because I don't like.
I
I
might.
well, I was never a big fan of the guy that he faced, but I mean, this match, I can't look away every time I see it. I cannot look away from John Cena versus The Rock, WrestleMania 28. The first
Oh.
time they face each other. When you and I'm gonna add the very beginning of that match when they did the performances live. I don't like Machine Gun Kelly, but there just the emotion put
Yeah.
into this match. It's like both men needed this matchup. Rock was coming back. He wanted to still be that top guy that he was 7 years prior. John Cena has been here forever. He
Yeah.
has not left for Hollywood. He needs to beat Rock to be WWE, to prove to the guys in the back that he is not just some has been that's going to go to the mid card now because he lost to The Rock. And we saw what that did to Cena after the match. And we
Yep.
saw what those two would go through in order to win. It only took John Cena to mess up and taunt The Rock for him to get up, hit the rock bottom, and then we saw one of the most iconic John Cena photos where he is sitting there, pyro in the air, in front of that entrance stage, looking up at The Rock, who has beat John Cena And we didn't know that it was at that time. We didn't know there would be a rematch a year later.
Yeah. Did you know that Cena was gonna? The plan was for him to turn heel right after
Yeah,
that match.
yeah.
Right after that match, we were supposed to get a Cena heel turn, and of course, they scrapped it. Of course.
And they made CM Punk do it, even though he was the biggest face of the company.
Yeah.
That still I will never understand. I don't understand why you take the best face of your company and a guy who can take. It's like Austin, but you had the situation with Cena. You didn't have it with Austin. Make the right choice in this moment and let this guy rise, CM Punk rise. But that's another story for another day. That's my number one for John Cena.
And then my number one, you already said it before. It was your number three, Money in the Bank 2011 CM Punk. I mean, just everything leading up to this, the pipe bomb, Vince McMahon. Without John Cena in this match, it would not have worked. It would not have worked. He is the perfect guy for this. And then once CM Punk won, rather, he goes into the crowd, blows the kiss with the title, and walks off. And then a couple months later, a couple days later on Monday Night Raw, Rey Mysterio wins the title, and then Cena wins it back. And then
Yep.
you have Cena and Punk holding both titles in the air.
Yep.
That was stupid. Honestly, I did not like that. I felt so bad for Ray, even though John Cena is my favorite of all time. So
Yeah.
that is my number one. So, guys, hopefully you enjoy our top 10 of John Cena's top 10 matches of all time. Maybe we'll do a top 10 worst of all time because there is a lot.
There's a few. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a chunk. There's a
So-
chunk of them.
Pyro, thank you so much for joining me on the Miss Toxie Show for this special video because we know in a couple weeks John Cena is going to have his last match against Gunther, I feel like. So let the
hope.
people know where they can find you, man.
Well, I appreciate you having me on, man. And you can find me on SSAWN Network. It's on, my finger has it right here. Stuff such and whatnot. Don't forget the whatnot is what it means. I make action figure content. I make other wrestling related content. I'm going to try to film some, I just got a new digital camera throughout the weekend. So I'm going to try to film more documentary pieces and short films for the channel. So there's a lot of fun stuff coming to the channel in 2026 that you don't want to miss.
All right, guys. Without further ado, like, share, subscribe. You know what to do, and we're out, man. Peace. Have a good one, guys.